too cold for May. My coat, it's still inside, along with close to 200 people with whom I graduated from high school. I should go back down and, well, I should stay this time. But the cold, it's just easier to bear. I hear the restaurant door open and close behind me. Footsteps. My coat offered in an outstretched hand. I thought you might need this. His name is Charlie Ellis. He used to be a football player. When I look up at Charlie to say thanks, there's warmth in his eyes. I turn away and sit down on the cold concrete step. You okay, Jackie? I feel ashamed. If he knew the truth, he would hate me. Why did I even come to my 5-year reunion? I guess because I'll never be able to say I'm sorry. Because I don't have the guts to tell anyone what I did. No, I don't have the guts to tell anyone what I didn't do. A 5-year class reunion is a time to reminisce about the past and rejoice about the present. But Jackie Klein can only regret. Regret that 5 years ago she kept a secret that should have been shared. In a story ripped directly from the headlines, author Bradley Walton challenges the audience to put themselves in Jackie's shoes. She could have saved lives, but she didn't. Would you be all right? Or like Jackie, would you say, I'm Not Okay by Bradley Walton? I deserve to feel shame at the kindness Charlie is showing me. I deserve the guilt that breaks across my body. I relish it. And then I loathe myself even more for wallowing in it. Like that somehow makes things better. On the other side of the door in the restaurant, the mood is somber. Not like a reunion is supposed to be. And I can't help but wonder if the turnout would have been as big if 9 of our classmates hadn't been gunned down in school 3 weeks before graduation, along with 4 juniors, a sophomore, 2 freshmen, and 3 teachers. It's not a reunion. Not really. It's a memorial. And it's because of me. Not entirely. Maybe not even mostly. But I could have stopped it. All I had to do was tell someone. But I didn't. I just kept to myself, and I let it happen. I let Robert and Kate carry guns into the school and open fire. Robert and Kate were pretty much your classic introverted social misfits, the same as I was. I wasn't really friends with them so much as we were all targets together. Spitballs, having our books knocked out of our hands or our lunch tipped onto our clothes. Freak! Names. Insults. What a loser! The things kids do to other kids. Robert and Kate were tight. I just sort of hovered around them sometimes, and, well, they let me. They let me hear them talking about how they were tired of being victims, about how they wanted to teach everyone a lesson, and about how May 25th was going to be the day. They never spoke directly to me about it, and to this day, I'm not really sure why. Did they want me to join them? Was the offer there if I'd only spoken up and said that I wanted to accept it? Did they trust me that deeply not to tell anyone? Or did they think that if someone knew and didn't tell, if someone gave unspoken permission by letting it happen, that it was okay? I don't know why I didn't tell. Part of me didn't think they'd actually go through with it, but, well, that's no excuse because there was another part of me that took them seriously enough that I pretended to be sick and stayed home from school on May 25th. In the end, I think I kept my silence because I just didn't know what to do. And doing nothing required less effort than doing something. And, well, I can't lie. There was a part of me that wanted them to do it, to strike back, to teach everyone a lesson. Only, what was the lesson? If everybody that they taught it to were dead, then what was the point? No. Of course, there'd be survivors, and, well, the survivors would know. They'd know that they'd done something to cause this. They'd know that they played a part, that they'd provoked us, that they'd failed us, and that they'd failed themselves as human beings. Just as surely as we failed them. Just as surely as we failed ourselves. When the police came, Kate committed suicide just like they planned. But by that time, she'd already killed 8 people and wounded 11 others. Robert was fatally wounded and disarmed by the police before he could put his gun to his head. And while he was lying there, bleeding and dying, someone asked him if anyone else was with them. If anyone else knew. He said no. He probably thought he was returning my favor, that he wouldn't rat on me because I didn't rat on them. But I wonder, in his final moments, did Robert understand the horror of what he'd just done? And did he hate me for letting him go through with it? Did he know that by not giving them my name, he was forcing me to live with this? With myself? Was it his way of punishing me? I'll probably never understand how Robert and Kate could find it in themselves to do what they did. I mean, my situation at school was pretty much the same as theirs. But I could have never pulled the trigger and killed someone. I think they knew that. And I think that's why they never flat out asked me to join them. But I have this nagging fear. Is it possible that Robert and Kate were able to do what they did because they knew I couldn't? So they did it for me. Did I have more to do with what happened on May 25th than simply keeping my mouth shut? I want so badly to tell someone, to get it off my chest. I want to tell Charlie Ellis, but I know that if I do, that's it. My life as I know it will be over. I'll go to jail. I'll be hated. I'll be more of an outcast than I ever was in high school. The truth is, it's easier to say nothing than to say something. And, well, everyone is just so nice to me now. Charlie Ellis is nice to me. What happened? Isn't this what I wanted? No. I wanted Robert and Kate to hurt people, to cause pain. There was no lesson, no point we were trying to make. Because if there was, Robert and Kate never would have done what they did. Or I would have stopped it. Because if we'd realized that people could change, we would have realized how horrible our intentions truly were. I look up at Charlie. He's still waiting for me to answer his question. Am I okay? He looks sad, sympathetic. He wants to help, to make me feel better. But I don't deserve it. I want to tell him. I do. But I can't. I just can't! He is still looking at me. But well, then he smiles a bit, and it feels good. Warm. Dirty. I open my mouth to speak, to confess. But the words, they don't come. Only tears. Charlie sits down on the step beside me, and we sit there for a while until I finally pull myself together enough to tell him the one thing that I really know for sure. I am not okay.